outside of the dynamic duos that I'm certainly keeping an eye on.
Yeah, and just with Virginia Tech, talking to Coach Kenny Brooks, he said he had some tough conversations with Georgia Amore and King, both starting today. He said he's challenging them a little bit more this week and to try and be a little bit more aggressive and take care of the ball a little bit better. I think both these coaches want to see a little bit more out of those third and fourth players on their team as Rotza gets it started for Wake Forest. That production from those big duos.
100%, Sam, and by no means were we knocking the dynamic duos at all, but that's a tremendous slip by Liz Kitley there. The game was down in Greensboro, and I personally get emotional, Sam, because that was that was the week before everything kind of went haywire. I think the ACC women's tournament was one of the few tournaments that was able to finish. Now watch as Kitley is diving toward the ball as she makes read ball side. Sumel is tasked with either getting in front of her or splitting her defensively. Great move by Kitley there. And you saw Rotza collapse down. I think back to if I was on a campus, if my alternative was to try to play and trust the protocols and my leaders as Kitley knocks down that short corner jumper.
Yeah, 3 first-half points and then rattles off a good 26 in the second half. It was fun to watch.
Nonetheless, that's the cards that they've been dealt, and I love Ali Vantameren, who was the freshman that came early, making a huge impact. We know about Taylor Soule. She continues to get better.
Georgia Amore with that basket, her first points of the game. Conti on the drive again, gets blocked.
Wow, Kitley. Sam, it's a big deal. Amore doing her best to guard Conti.
And he said, look, she's had some bad games where she's turned the ball over a little bit too much. Sometimes it can seem like her head may not be in the game as a huge three is drained there, and that'll call a timeout.
Yeah, these have bigger implications, if I may argue.
Conti from the free throw line, yes.
You see them rush. I would say the same about Georgia Tech's dynamic duo in Dubai and Loda Malatni. But they always seem to be under control. Ace Shepard was under control for sure, too, right there.
She certainly was. 17.9 points per game. That leads this team. Cranked it up a notch from last year's 15 points a game. Good pass down low to Christina Mora there.
I asked Asia in particular about some of the moves we saw from Liz in the last game, especially those 1-foot fadeaways. And Gina Conti knocks down that three. But Asia actually said, Sam, and I'm excited to see, she'll be really, really impressed. And so she had a ton of great things to say about all of her teammates, particular Georgia Amore as well, in terms of, the challenges of being so far from home in the holidays. Michaela Ennis is a unique case. She's got great size and great length. We talked about consistency. That's not necessarily been an area that she's excelled this season. But when she locks in, it's another one that I'm sure Coach Brooks has had some private conversations with in terms of challenging her to take the next step in her game. Ooh, great read.
Georgia Amore is sneaky like that. She can fake you out with the best of them.
Change of speed, change of direction. It's the simple things that make the great basketball players great. And all that was is a slight change of speed by Georgia Amore.
Offensive board and the putback and the foul for Christina Mora.
She doesn't do anything without bringing energy for her squad. Ivana Rotza, solid defense by Ennis, but Mora inside position, blocking out Kitley. Can't lose track of the fact that these are human beings that play basketball, but navigating a very, very, here goes that word again, unprecedented time in our American history, global history, really.
Christina Mora on the block, gets fouled, and the bucket.
Far away from the paint area where she is most efficient. Step
Conti from the elbow. That's no good. Oh, Scruggs stole it away and put it in, and we're tied here.
Because she's a strong guard. She's willing to go in and bang and guard post positions if she needs to, but she also called her the X factor for this Wake Forest team.
Rotza down on the post now. Goes up and under, and the block there from Asia Jones. And she gets the board there.
Here's the head fake. Oh, she did leave her feet a little bit, but able to get back down. And because of her length, just able to disrupt.
Gina Conti just in a Virginia Tech uniform.
Yeah, and that would not be a trajectory that you would not be excited to follow. I mean, Gina Conti has really grown tremendously in this league under Coach Hoover's tutelage. He told us that at one point he pulled her aside and really commended her on her transformation, her maturation through the ACC, her decision-making. And there's more. All been very simple, Sam, and I think that's important. She is using so much energy. Look at her. trying to keep her body from making contact with Liz Kitley, trying to get around that time.
No doubt. Kitley, a double-double machine, already has 7 on the year. Just 2 rebounds away from a double-double in the first half. Conti driving, yes. Gina Conti has 11 now.
Well, shout out to our producers. I didn't even see the title.
Shot clock winding down here, and Shepherd gets the runner to go.
Yeah, she's gotten good looks. She hasn't hit from behind the arc yet today, but they've been good looks. And shoot to stay high, and shoot to get high. As you see, Ivana Rata looking to get high. She's got such a bright future. It's insane.
Rata the board and the putback there. Amor fighting through traffic, misses there. Kitley, another board, this time in the offensive glass, and pretty easy back in the basket for her. Points, 11 rebounds. Virginia Tech led for 18 of the first 20 minutes of the first half. And Asia Shepherd there knocks down a 3. Her first half stats. Neither team shot incredibly well from beyond the arc. A lot of the scoring was done in the paint as Jules Spear steps into one and knocks it down.
Kitley still kind of went off, but she's grown that much tremendously in her game. But I thought both teams did a good job of executing the scout report in the first half.
Ratza on Asia Jones, spinning, the hesitation, able to get it to go.
I actually thought Conti was going to pull up behind the screen.
Good defense there. Into the open floor. Too easy for Asia Shepherd. Defense to offense.
Get pushed up the lane. She wasn't stuck directly behind her, and then just used her length to deflect that pass. That was great defense.
Back up to a 10-point lead. Conti cuts it down to 7.
I'd like to see more peek the rim. She doesn't even really make herself a scoring threat, but Gina Conti, woo, fired up. Saws that earned her a trip to the free throw line that last possession.
Wake Forest 10-0 run over the last 3.5. Michaela Ennis, strong drive in the finish to end the run.
Just about to say, it's good to see Kayla King continuing to shoot with confidence, even though the iron has not been kind today.
Sumiel down low on Kitley. Virginia Tech led by 7 at the half. We mentioned the great third quarter. Gina Conti, leading scorer for Wake Forest, has 4 fouls, something to keep an eye on. And Asia Shepherd starts it off and ties the game with a 3.
A little bit ahead of herself and wasn't quite able to kiss that ball off the glass at just the right angle.
Sumiel off the mark. There's Ratza with the rebound, puts it in.
That shot in the first half, it's right around the free throw line. If she doesn't take it, then there's no reason for the defense to come and defend her.
Spear gets fouled and the bucket, the floater. It certainly is. They took their first lead of the game in the third quarter.
Great pass.
Kitley, good pass.
Gotta keep letting that thing fly.
2 for 9, uncharacteristic for someone the caliber of Shepherd. And Jules Spear turning it up a notch here in the fourth quarter for her team, the freshman phenom.
Wake Forest has been far more aggressive in the third and now going into the fourth. Actually, I guess it has been a tale of 2 halves, and it'll be interesting to see how Virginia Tech responds.
Good pass dumped down to Michaela Ennis.
She carries that. Now's the time for that kind of swag to show up for this Hokie squad.
Amor kicks it back to Ennis for 3. Yes, Michaela Ennis.
In the open spots, making herself available when the double teams come. That's a tough pass. Try to force that one a bit.
Some more good defense there. Harrison. Oh, the tip back there for Ratza.
Oh, man. Got to clear out and give Kitley some room to work. She's got a one-on-one matchup right now.
Amor to Kitley, yes.
She's got such great touch. Such great touch. She's been on the floor much more than that today, and she's made the most of it.
Conti, tough pass down low to Ratza. Kicks it back to Mora at the free throw line, who hits it.
There's Ennis again, slipping that screen.
Ratza was way out on the perimeter, has to come back, and a travel is called on Michaela Ennis. 9 turnovers for Virginia Tech, 8 for Wake Forest. Ratza, nice fake. Turns it over, though.
Ooh.
Quickly down to Kitley, who's double teamed, but has space. Oh, again. Monica, they can't buy a basket.
You got to sit and defend here.
Oh, Christina Mora has been so good in this game.
Wow. with Shepard and Kitley.
Shot clock off. Kitley has the ball fading away. No foul. Rotzer with the rebound, and she gets fouled.
Wow.
That's a huge foul there. Into Kitley. Kitley working on Mora. Spins to the basket, misses. On the floor, gets the own rebound. No timeout for Virginia Tech. A jump ball called. Possession arrow to Wake Forest.
Near the ground, not all on the ground.
Ball inbounded to Rotzer, and she gets fouled.
He's got one more to give.
So with 8.4 now, Virginia Tech has to go quickly here. Amore with a three. That's off the mark. Kitley with the rebound, puts it up, and that's in with 1.9 now. All right, so you put 0.9 back up on. Ooh. Conti rarely misses. 91% from the free throw line this year. Misses that one. So it's still a one-possession game.
Christian Leitner play.
That ball went out of bounds, but that's going to be the game. And Wake Forest, a huge win on the road. Their first win, 67-64. Your thoughts, Mon?